Hey everyone. Welcome back. I'm gonna have a little camera shake here for a second just to make sure I turn the volume off on my phone so if I get interrupted, it won't interrupt the video. So today I am coming to you with a video of me testing out these Arteza Everblend Ultra H20. You know that name. I'm just gonna call them Everblend H2Os or Ultra H2Os or something of the nature. I'm not gonna always say the name because it's really long. So I was thinking of using these pastel tones here. So what I'm doing right now, and what I should have did before I started the video, I'm just going to pull out the pastel colors because I took all the markers out and I put them in this little basket that I have here. I put them in here just so that I can easily grab them, but I didn't think to take them out before I started the video. So now I'm sitting here pulling these out, and I should have done it before, so sorry about that. But and I may pull other colors, but I'm just grabbing these for now because I know I want to have a nice spring kind of pastel ish. I'm definitely most likely going to end up pulling other colors, but I know for certain this looks like more than 12. Oh, 10. I need 2. I'm missing 2 colors. 601 and I'm missing a color. Not sure which, but okay. Let's see. We have 100, 108, 300. Oh, I'm missing 200. Whew, okay, hang on, let me grab it. Where is it is the question. I don't think I've seen it in here. Is it in here? I also took out the doubles and I put them in a separate box, but I might have accidentally put 200 in there too because I don't see it here. Let me check the box. What does the 200 marker even look like? Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay. It's like a pink color. Now, before I pull that out, let me just double check to make sure. I could just throw them all in the basket, but I hate to be coming after doubles. Okay. So, I have my swatch chart and my very dirty palette because we're going to test on that. I didn't think to clean it first, but I'll make some space. I have my palette here. So we're actually going to be using these colors. Whoa, these colors down here at the bottom. I might bring in some others because there's a pink like that. Oh, 402 is in this one too. Okay. So I might not need to pull any. All right, let's work with what we got first. So what we are going to be coloring, I have an image, let me just move you down, that I drew myself, and I thought we'd test these markers out on it. I have my paint water here that I'm scared to even leave out So I think I'm gonna start with, because the background I think I'm gonna do in Neo 2s because I have a little bit more control, so I won't do the background. So this character here, she is yellow, so I think I'm going to start with putting it down, and I've not tested these markers out at all, so this is the first round of testing them, and I'm testing them with you guys. And the paper I'm using is the Strathmore Ready Cut watercolor paper, and this is the 500 series, and it's 140 pound watercolor paper. So for anybody who knows what that means. So again, this is the Arteza Everblend Ultra H20. They have a brush tip and a chisel tip, which is what they're calling a medium tip. They don't have color names, but they do have color numbers. It's on the barrel and on both. Why is it not focusing? There you go. It's on both lids. I think it's not focusing because I'm zoomed in pretty close. So I think I'm gonna zoom out just a tad. Anywho, and it still doesn't want to focus. Fine, you get the gist. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with, and I want to have the color palette out just so I can see the different colors, know what I'm working at here. So I have that standing up here to the side. So you can put it directly on the paper, supposedly, and add water, or you can put it in a palette and then add the water from there. But since this is yellow, I think it's safe to go ahead and put it directly on there. And I'm just gonna start with, I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna add the water. I'll put a little bit, and I'm starting with a little bit because I'm scared and I don't know how this is gonna work out. So let me grab the paintbrush. Got some water. Probably could have changed my paint water too, but I'm just going to put, I'm gonna see. So it does blend out nicely. It is nice. And then you can leave the shadow underneath there, or you can blend that out too. Okay, that's pretty nice. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a little yellow. I'm actually gonna grab, I have, all my palettes are dirty. I didn't even think to grab one that was not. So I'm just gonna use the lid of the one that I'm keeping my, I have some Neo 2s that I take with me to work, or that I have been taking to work with me. I'm gonna put some, I'm gonna use the chisel tip just so I don't mess up the brush. Even though it's replaceable, I'm just gonna scribble some down. Now let's see here. So we're gonna just go in with this color. And I don't think I want her that bright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water. And it's okay if I go over her nose, because that is, it'll be fine. I'm not sure what color I want her nose anyway, so I was thinking of a brown, but so you can get a nice decent amount of color if you just scribble it on the paper. So I think I'm gonna wait till that dries, and I'm gonna layer it up. we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys can see okay. I'm a little scared to zoom in all the way because my camera doesn't know how to act. Okay. So we all know our friend here, he's white. So some of these flowers, I was thinking, well, let's work on her spring kimono first. So I wanted her kimono to have some green in it and some pink. So I was kind of leaning towards this this 602 and this 403. So let me just grab, I want her kimono itself, I think, to be green. And I'm just kind of, there's no rhyme or reason to me picking these colors. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, and I'm just gonna very nice and pastel. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I just put this up in my Etsy shop. I'm actually thinking of, well, come August, I'll probably phase out of my Etsy. And I know I just created it, but it's a little complicated. I'm having some, I don't know, I'm having a hard time with it. So I have a better time with Square. So I think I will use Square instead of Etsy. So I'm working on doing that. And once that is all, you know, done, oh, I just said I was going to use the brush. Once that's all done, you know, hopefully I need to figure out first if I can add PDFs to my Square. But for now, it's up in Etsy, and I will show you briefly here because I have another page that is up with it. So you get two 4x6 images together. So the one I'm coloring now, in case you guys want to like pause and color with me. And then I also have this one here of our friend holding some flowers. So that is what what I have up on the shop right now. So if you want to pause and go and purchase it and print it out and color along with me, you can do that. Or if you want to color it later on your own, or, you know, or if you decide to go get the Everblend markers, then you can really color along with me. For all of them, I spent about $84 US. They might have a sale at this point. Who knows? Sometimes they have sales randomly. Mother's Day is coming up. I'm not sure if they will do a Mother's Day sale or not, but Mother's Day is coming up. Or if you are a mother, you can ask your family in a very nice way, hey, you know, can you get these markers for me? I love them for Mother's Day. I don't know. I'm not a mother, so I don't know how that really works. I just know as soon as Mother's Day comes around, my mom's like, this is what I want. But I'm still kind of playing catch up a little bit, so I'm gonna get her something, but it won't be anything extravagant. My mother has a very expensive taste, so It won't be anything too crazy. And my sister, I also, even though she's not my mother, I get her something every year. So these work very well on watercolor paper. I do like the feel of them. I might add a little bit of orange just to tie in, because his kimono is orange, or like a salmon. Oh, I didn't show you. I actually have his kimono set up. He's actually wearing his summer kimono in this one, but we're gonna color it as his spring kimono. I don't know if they calling them kimonos. I think there's a different name for them depending on the season, right? Not sure. But I think I like scribbling them down in the pan and then putting it on the paper. At least for the pastels, because it has a nice soft touch to it. Now these flowers, I want to add some like blue ones, but I think I want the background to be blue. So I might do some various colors. Like I can do some pinks like this. There's a 402. Where's that at? And this one, I'm definitely going to use on these petals. So I'm going to just put a little swipe. And these are like neon, so these are very bright. So you just need a little bit. And this one down here. And when it dries, it will dry correctly, hopefully. So same with this one, just gonna put a little bit. I hope you guys color with me. If you guys ever color anything with me, I am on Instagram. And I know some of you don't like posting on Instagram, but like, especially for images that I create or like any of my challenges, if you're coloring along with me, tag me on Instagram. I love to see it. Like I always hear like people, I'm following along with you, but I don't ever see it. You guys don't post it and I want to see. And it might sound kind of selfish, but it would be nice to see. I know some people aren't comfortable because either they feel like their work's not good enough or they don't take good pictures or something of the sort, but I want to see anyway. So if you don't mind sharing, you know. All right, I'm going to add some more of this orange because this is the color of his kimono, so I'm going to need quite a bit of that. Okay. So for his, I was thinking orange, and because I can show you the color of the one that I have on his actual picture, but we're gonna do this like this. It's okay, we can do it a different color. And I may go over this with pencil, but for now I just want to show you guys. And they blend nicely too. Not blend nicely, but they, you know, they're working well on the watercolor paper because, uh-oh, what did I just do with that orange? Oh, here it is. There isn't any, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no blotching so far from what I see. And I just, to transfer it over to the watercolor paper, I just took the version that I printed out and I put it on my light box and I just transferred it. I just redrew it onto watercolor paper, and I sketched it in the crimson, I think it is, Prismacolor Kohl Erase pencil. I think it's the color crimson. Let me see. So it's this one. This is the, actually this is the very thin crimson red, not the Kohl Erase. I'm trying to get it to, there we go. So that's what I sketched it in. So that's why it looks, the line works looks pink or red. Let me show you his kimono I did. And if it's called something else, you know, let me know. But it's like a orange and yellow color. So this one though, I think I want it to be orange and pink. Or like this, maybe not this pink. Or we can do his blue. We can add some blue. We haven't used blue yet. So let's do number 500. It's a very light blue. So we'll see how this shows up. And for me, this is a little better than kind of just using watercolors, because I have a little bit more control over the marker, especially if I just go straight with marker. But no worries, I'm still going to figure out and learn how to use watercolor. I actually want to use gouache too. I added some of the Holbein Iridori gouache to my wish list. I was watching a lot of videos on it, and I think I want to try that out. They have a seasonal, they have the sets seasonal, so it's like autumn and winter, spring, and summer sets. And I have my eye on the autumn set first, but I'm not 100% sure if I mean, I know I want it, but I don't know if that's the one I want. I was watching a lot of reviews, and I was like, do I want the autumn one, or do I want, because the winter one looks really nice. The summer one looks like it just has standard colors, like your standard bright colors, red, yellow, and things like that. And the winter one looks like it has a lot of purples and browns, and the autumn one looks like, the autumn one is probably the one, the autumn and the spring is probably the most closest match to the actual season. I mean, the winter one, I mean, they all kind of match, but the autumn one really has some autumnal colors, and I really like that one. So I might get that one first, but it's on my wish list for now because I've got to save for it. All right, I try to, you know, not to get a bunch of big purchases at once. Okay, so I'm gonna just put a little bit of this. This is for her ear. Put some on the other side. And so the story for these two, they are in the Scout group. So what basically they go out and they take record of the local wildlife and the local plants and things like that. But she's a bit more timid, and he's always into some stuff. So they're an odd little friendship duo, but they are the best of friends. They've been in the Scouts since they were little, and they just get into all kinds of unwanted and unnecessary trouble. That is the story behind those two. And I kind of want to bring in, I'm thinking I might bring in 411. That looks like a nice purple. I'm going to bring that in. That is in the Muted Vintage tones. So let me just grab it. I know we're supposed to be using the pastel ones. I mean, there's a purple one in here, but this is like a pinky purple. So I want to use the purple that is not a pinky purple. So I'm going to grab it. So we're cheating a little bit. Let me just, I guess I have to find it. There it is. Hope you guys don't mind the noise. Okay, here we go. Some of these flowers. So I think I'm just going to see what it looks like if I just put it around. Because this is a very bright purple. I might end up just, you know what I mean? Just kind of adding it from the palette. Just because it's very dense. But I do like the purple. That was a good choice. But I'm going to add it to my palette here. And pick it up that way. Grab some water. I also might add some neo colors to this, but I'm gonna do it in off camera because I wanted to just showcase the Everblend markers. These are the water-based Everblend markers because I think the alcohol ones are also called Everblend markers. So if you do purchase them, make sure you're getting the ones that are the H20 markers. And I probably should have done these flowers last after the background, but that's okay. It is okay. It'll be fine. We're just practicing here on somewhat expensive watercolor paper. This is like in the middle, I think. This little pack actually wasn't that much. If I can recall, I paid like $7 for it, if that. Okay, so the other flowers, I do think I want to add some flowers, some blue ones, because the background is going to be a very pale blue. So I think I'm going to add this 501. This one's a little darker than the blue we used for his sleeves and such. Uh-oh. All right, let me just grab some of this. So I'm going to use, but the one in her head is going to be pink because this blue is a little bright. Even though it looks like the same flower, I'm going to do it a different color. So I'm sure you can layer these up on top of each other and make it all extra pretty. But I don't know how to do any of that yet. And so we're just playing around with them for now. But they do work really nice on the watercolor paper. I like the way they feel. You can, like I said, you can go straight in. Like I think I'm gonna, like these little dots. Where's that green? The same green I used for, oh, I missed her sleeve. For her kimono, I'm just gonna go in with this And I'm gonna put some water on top, or you can even leave it just the way it is. You might not need water. Little dots. Okay. And the color for her kimono, where is it? Not 200. Where is it? Was it 200? Okay, I don't know. We're gonna just, I'm gonna put a little bit here. And I'm gonna leave it kind of taped here because I need to go over it, you know, the background. But I have to bring in some brown for his shorts. So that's the only thing that's not really pastel. But if you look, I could probably get away with this 107. Or if you go to the earth tones, which is back here, I can also probably get away with the 103, which might actually be a little bit better. So let me grab that. There it is, 103. Okay. And I'm just going to go across the bottom. And then I'm just going to add my, I should probably get a smaller brush, but I've been really liking this, it's an 8, I guess, for literally everything. The small spaces, I don't have any really detail brushes, so I've just been really careful with this one. There. Right. So her flower, I think I said I was gonna do it pink, so let me find the pink. I think it was 403. And I think we should just kind of go around and meet up in the middle. And that gives a nice little effect. How cute. Oh, and his nose is, I changed their nose color to pink actually. So let me grab, well, it's like I mean, it's not pink, it's actually roughly the same color as her ear. So let me just, and you only need a little bit goes a long way. There. And then I'll just add the cell phone. I don't know what color, I think I want it to be kind of like a dark grayish blue. So I have like this 408 color here. It's showing up like gray on camera, but it's really like a Payne's gray. It has some blue in it. So I think I'm gonna use that for the phone camera. So let me grab it. And this one I'm definitely gonna do in the palette because I don't want it like super. That's gonna look nice. I can't wait to get like some gouache and some, I have so many like plans that I don't know what to do with myself. So I'm just gonna go around. Yeah, I have plans for like gouache. I have plans for mixing colors. I'm gonna try to learn how to do that. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun learning experience for me. And I'm not the greatest at the moment, but it is still fun to learn how to do it. And I'm I can't even really say, I'm self-learning because I'm not taking any classes or anything, so just whatever I learn on YouTube and from you guys. So I guess I'm community learning. Okay. Right. So that is, I guess you could say part 2 of this little review, because really what I want to do is also test these out in a coloring book, and because that's not watercolor paper, so I want to see how they react to watercolor paper. Also, what did I do with that? Was it 300? No, I think it was 200. I want to see something here. So if I wanted to add some shadow, let me see, where would the shadows be? Suddenly, I don't know how to add any shadow to anything. I guess it would be back here because of her head. And I'm gonna just put a tad bit of water and see. Oh, I can work on this all day with just these markers. Okay. I'm not gonna, because I don't want to mess it up, but I can actually have some shadow here. So let me put a little bit here. We're just gonna test it out together. And I don't know theoretically where the shadows should go. I'm just putting them where I think they should go. Okay. That's pretty neat. Yeah, okay. So you can definitely add shadows and things too. So like even with him, we can add a little bit. And a little bit back here, because it's a little crease. And you can even leave it like this. You don't even have to add water, which is nice. You can just kind of, wherever you feel like there should be some shadow, but the water will blend it out. So if you like this kind of look, you can leave it like this, or you can let the water kind of blend it out. So this is what it looks like when you add the water, and that's what it looks like when you don't. And you can even just go along the edge probably and soften it out. You don't even have to blend the whole thing out. You can just go along the edge and make those soft lines go away. I mean, the hard lines go away. Look at that. Well, that's fun. And these are really nice. I like these. I like them better than, I mean, I hated the real brush pens. And I actually like these better than the Twee markers. So I am enabling you to go run and get them because they're awesome. And I shouldn't be enabling, but I am because they are really nice. So, like I said, you can even leave it like that. I think I put a little bit down here, just for dramatic. Okay. And I'll just soften it out a little bit. Get a little bit more water on my brush. at that. Even with the green, let's bring that green back in. What color was it? I think her kimono was 602, probably. So that one already has kind of a, so we'll add a little bit over here. I think her kimono was the other green, but that's okay. And then we'll add some here. Definitely gonna need to blend this one, I think, out quite a bit. I think this one's a little too harsh. So you can build these up and, you know, wait till it dries and build them up, wait till it dries and build them up if you want to do it that way. You can add this is pretty neat, pretty neat. I like these. I hope you guys got a good sense of how they work from my little bit of knowledge that I know about them. And this, I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit. Oh no, there's some green. There, it's gone. Okay, good. Wow, this turned out better than I thought it would. And then, you know, he's white, so I'm just gonna add like a little bit of gray from the Neo color. His little rope, I'm gonna do in Neo color. I have like a beige color. And then the background, I'm just gonna go, I might do it in watercolor, but I might, it's just gonna be a very light blue, probably. But you guys will actually see it at the end of my weekly art vlog video. I will have the finished coloring over there. All right, guys, so that is, I'm gonna say part 2 of this review, because like I said, I want to show them off in a coloring book as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked and enjoyed, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and you are enjoying yourself and enjoying my videos, feel free to subscribe, no pressure. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.